Love and all. Trust me. Hold on. Let me slow down. Move it tiny. Just be strong, yeah? Yeah, just be strong. I tell you because it's an man. Trust me, it's a hard road to travel and a mighty long way to go. So right now, I gotta thank you all families and all friends who turned out to Mr. Lloyd LOTHIAN, because this gentleman is a real man, you know, how far where I come from.
To prove that he loves you, he died on the cross to save us all. What more do you want him to do? There's a man, that man, his name is Jesus. He used to live in this world we're going through. He died and he gone to prepare a place for you. What more do you want him to do? What more do you want my God to do? To prove that he loves you, he do. He died on the cross to save us all. What more do you want him to do? Cinnamon, can't you see my Jesus loves you? Can't you see how he died for you? He died on the cross to save us all. What more do you want him to do? What more do you want him to do? To prove that he loves you, yes he do. He died on the cross to save us all. What more do you want him to do? In this world we're living in, we have many problems. But if we only keep the faith, he'll see us through. Keep on trusting in his name, and you won't be the same. What more do you want him to do? What more do you want my God to do? To prove that he loves you, yes he do. He died on the cross to save us all. What more do you want him to do? What more do you want him to do?
Paul is at the end of his ministry. So he writes to his young mentee and he gives him a word of advice, parting advice if you will, on how to conduct himself after he, Paul, would have left the scene. The Bible tells us that he charges Timothy before God and the Lord Jesus Christ. He tells him, preach the word. Preach it in season, preach it out of season. Preach it in your laying down, and because some people's ears are tough and some persons are hard of hearing, preach it when you wake up as well. Preach it when they listen and preach it when they don't. But whatever give up on the ministry that God has given you. It is funny that Paul himself was the one to give Timothy this bit of advice. After all, if you're like me and you know Paul's background, you might have not wanted to hear anything from him. University graduate, studied under the best teachers of the day. But having studied under the best teacher of the day, and you would think that Paul would have learned enough to do the will of God. The Bible tells us that he spends most of his life fighting. And he isn't even fighting for a good reason. All Paul is doing is trying to rid earth of those who followed, as the Bible puts it, the way. He got letters, searched out the Christians, murdered and plundered these Christians just to ensure that Judaism remained the religion of the day. This is a good place to put, brothers and sisters, that religion saves no one. Unless you have a relationship with Jesus Christ, you can follow any religion you want to follow. At the end of the day, when Jesus comes, he's not asking you whether you're Christian or Muslim. He's not asking you whether you're Rastafarian or you are Jewish. What Jesus will be asking for is, did you feed the hungry? Did you look after those who were less fortunate than you? Are you a disciple after me? So on this particular day, Paul, the Bible tells us in the book of Acts, was on his way to Damascus. He had a mission in mind. The mission was to seek out the Christians and to rid the world of them. Little did he know that he would have an encounter on this particular day that would change his very life. History and Bible tells us that when Jesus met him on the road to Damascus, Jesus didn't ask him, "Why are you persecuting my people?" Jesus didn't ask him, "Why are you persecuting the Christians?" Jesus took it personal. "Why are you persecuting me?" Paul responds and he asks the question, "Who are you, Lord?" And it's so redundant, doesn't it? "Who are you, Lord?" Which means he knew that this was somebody higher than him. He knew that this was somebody mightier than him. He knew that this was somebody more powerful than him. He knew that this was somebody divine. So Jesus has a discourse with him. And after the discourse that they have, history and Bible tells us that Paul's life was changed for the better. 21 letters written by Paul that makes up the New Testament. Without Paul, there is no New Testament. Without Paul, there is no Christianity to the Gentiles. Without Paul, there is no book of Acts. Without Paul, there is no letter to the Philippians. Without Paul, there is no letter to the Galatians. Without Paul, we do not know Christianity as we know it today. So he's speaking to Timothy. "For I am now ready to be offered," he says, "and the time of my departure is at hand. I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith." I see the star, I hear the voice of heaven, thy voice to all the universe is near. There is my soul, I'll break the heart, I'll break the heart.
creep and know for walk. Teach me a few words when me no know for talk. Coulda explain myself, me just know for ball. You there beside me throughout this all. So me have to salute your daddy. You show me what a father is. You never left. When the belly of my mother big. When you a plan, you think about my future too. Enough now of you, them talk about the good things, them woulda do. But you see when the child born, never take a bicycle ride gone. For me no see him again.